Another day, another story. Codependency is a term that describes a dysfunctional pattern of behavior in which a person becomes overly reliant on their partner, to the point where their own identity and sense of self-worth become intertwined with their partner's. This pattern of behavior can have a significant impact on relationships, leading to emotional distress, resentment, and an overall lack of fulfillment. In this video, we'll explore the different ways in which codependency can impact relationships and what we can do to address it. One of the most significant impacts of codependency on relationships is a lack of healthy boundaries. When we become overly reliant on our partner, we may have difficulty setting boundaries and saying no to their requests or demands. This can lead to a sense of powerlessness and a loss of autonomy, which can ultimately damage the relationship. Additionally, when one partner is overly dependent on the other, it can create an uneven power dynamic, with one partner holding all the power and control. Another impact of codependency on relationships is a lack of emotional intimacy. When we become overly focused on meeting our partner's needs and neglect our own, we may find ourselves feeling emotionally drained and unsupported. This can lead to a sense of isolation and loneliness, as we may feel like we have no one to turn to when we need support or validation. This lack of emotional intimacy can ultimately damage the relationship, as it can lead to feelings of resentment, anger, and frustration. Additionally, codependency can also impact communication in relationships. When we become overly reliant on our partner, we may have difficulty expressing our own thoughts and feelings. We may fear upsetting or disappointing our partner, and so we avoid conflict or difficult conversations altogether. This lack of open and honest communication can lead to a breakdown in trust and connection, as partners may feel like they can't be their true selves around each other. So, what can we do to address codependency in relationships? First and foremost, we need to be willing to recognize when codependent behavior is present. This may involve seeking therapy or counseling to help us identify and work through any underlying issues or trauma that may be contributing to our behavior. Additionally, we need to be willing to set healthy boundaries and communicate our needs and expectations to our partner. This may involve being assertive and saying no when necessary, as well as establishing clear boundaries around our time, space, and resources. Furthermore, we need to be willing to prioritize our own emotional and mental well-being. This may involve engaging in self-care activities such as exercise, meditation, or therapy, as well as developing a sense of self-worth and identity outside of the relationship. By focusing on our own well-being, we can become more emotionally self-sufficient, which can help to reduce codependent behavior and promote a more balanced and healthy relationship. Ultimately, the key to addressing codependency in relationships is being willing to acknowledge its presence and take action to address it. By setting healthy boundaries, communicating openly and honestly, and prioritizing our own well-being, we can reduce the negative impacts of codependency on our relationships and promote a more fulfilling and satisfying partnership. In conclusion, codependency can have a significant impact on relationships, leading to a lack of healthy boundaries, emotional intimacy, and open communication. By recognizing the presence of codependent behavior and taking action to address it, we can reduce its negative impact and promote a more balanced and healthy relationship. Regenerate response. Thanks for watching.